Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 13th of August and Friday the 13th. And it has been an absolute massacre of anyone who's short on the market. So for me, the day itself, there wasn't much that I could have done. It was just unrelentless expansion on the call side. And the put side not giving up any value. In fact, my put option didn't even give up a single point. So from my entry. So all that said and done, I just took a stop loss. So like, don't want to take more than a 0.5% stop loss. And we're in an interesting phase in the market. This is completely uncharted territory. This is unfamiliar. And at given pricing, I'm not very comfortable trying to fight a trade or push a trade to a certain extent, because even your understanding of the market becomes a little less. I mean, when you don't have price action around any particular point, you don't know what happens. You have no idea what reference are you going to use. Yes, there will be few data points, but even those data points are not really making too much sense. And all said and done, there just isn't enough pricing in options to account for the fact that we might, because of all this up move, we might see a profit booking wave, or we might continue to see an up move. So regardless, when uncomfortable, best to sit out, and that's what I'm doing. And I will catch you next week. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're on the long side of the market and making amazing gains. Take care. Bye-bye.
Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Time is 10:30. It's the 13th of August, and I had some work in the morning, so just entered my position, which is 400 points triangle, delta neutral at 16,400. I have sold the 16,200 put option and 16,600 call option, and there seems to be a lot of bullish sentiment again. I don't know who is buying this, but the market just keeps going higher and higher and higher. IT once again looking very strong. Bank Nifty now above 36,000. We had a gap up from an all-time high closing, gap up in a continued up move, and we're trading very close to the day's high. And these options will expire on Wednesday. So expiry is on Wednesday in the coming week. And yeah, the idea is I can potentially gain about 6 to 8 points, most likely. And I would be willing to give up 4. I'm not expecting much movement, and I don't plan on doing many adjustments also to this trade. So it kind of will be either I will hold to close and get a target of 6 to 8 points, or I will take a stop loss at somewhere about 4 points. And there's not going to be much else done to this. The reason for this is we're in completely uncharted territory. So if there's a down move, I don't think adjusting will work. It'll be quite drastic. If there's an up move also, it can be quite drastic. So I will take a stop loss kind of an approach today, unless there is some sort of salvaging the trade without taking a stop loss exit. So we'll keep you posted. Time is 10:30, and yeah, so far IT just continues to keep going higher and higher. We'll have to see at what point there is at least a slight profit booking. Okay, got completely thrown out by the market because we are heading up in an unrelentless manner, got pushed out, and ideally would have tried to get out at a better price on these calls, but didn't have much of a reaction time. This was instantaneous. This was instant. So that being the case, managed to pay about 26 rupees or so for the call options. Yeah, 25.9. And the put options actually haven't lost any value at all. They'll continue to remain the same price at which I entered, and from there the call options have gained a good 6.5 points, but no respite from the put side. So it's one of those days where the IV is continuing to increase, and into an up move call prices will increase, into a down move they won't actually decrease, but put prices will increase. It'll be that kind of a day. And I'm happy to take a loss. It's just not a market that is favorable for me at this point. And I would rather just sit out. And there isn't that much premium to begin with. And yeah, okay, there were a lot of things that said we could potentially go to 16,500. But This market is not making much sense to me, to be perfectly honest. So I will rather take a backseat. There has been huge additions of positions at 16,400, 16,300 in the open interest put options. Massive, absolutely massive. 55 lakh positions added at 16,400 put today. And a lot of straddle positions at 16,400, 450, 500, all of them. And in fact, today is also seeing addition of straddle positions at 16,300. This is not making much sense to me. So I would rather sit out. And yeah, I had to book a loss. I'm happy to do that. And rather than try and stay in the trade, because it's going to be really annoying to manage. It's a one-way move where put options are not giving up any value. So how is one supposed to manage that? Like, what can realistically be done? And in fact, it's very possible that they gain value. They'll be losing on both sides. And I won't be creating a calendar because there's already a considerable increase in IV. So I don't see the point of creating a calendar now, considering that there has already been a considerable increase in IV. So the best trade right now is no trade. For me, I mean, there are people who can read the market very, very well, and maybe they have certain setups. But then for me, I think the best trade is no trade. I had to make these two adjustments just to buffer my break even on either of these trades. So HDFC and HDFC Bank, both of them I've added in the money put option sell to buffer the upside a little bit. So I've increased my break even on HDFC to 2,770 almost, and HDFC Bank as well. Increased it to 1,550. So that gives me more space on the upside, mostly because it is heading higher and higher and higher. And then you think that, okay, how much higher can we realistically head? We can head a lot higher. That's how the market works. I mean, everybody would have thought, okay, it works. 15,500 itself would seem like an unrealistic thing. And then we'll think, okay, sell on rallies. But it's because they did sell on rallies that now you see the kind of short covering that you do. So anyway, don't want to go against the market. I will just take the exit. So I hope you had a good trading day. I hope you are on the long side of the market. I've tried to keep a long bias for a long time. So I've kept a long bias for a long time, but now it's reached that point where, like, even last month, whenever there was a dip, and even dips to 15,800, 15,700, I actually purchased. I made considerable cash purchases last month. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you know. But now I just feel like it's uncomfortable. I'm not going to be buying into this market unless specific stocks dip a lot, and I can sort of buy them for the recovery play. But yeah, it's getting to that uncomfortable zone. So I will take a back seat for now. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you most likely on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab. So do not forget to check that from time to time.